dear members of our community, Three Airs community, and welcome to Three Airs AMA. Anita Mlakar is my name. And Wednesday is a special day for us, also for you, because this is the opportunity for you to ask questions. And Sandi, Bitenc, CEO of Three Air, will be here with us today, as always. Also, Ruba, they will be answering your questions. And of course, you can use the opportunity to write some comments. In the meantime, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet. And of course, I'm inviting you to be a part of our communities. We are on Twitter, on Telegram, and on Discord. And we will invite Sandi and Ruba in very soon. First, I will do a little introduction of our project. If you are new with us today, then of course you will find out something new, learn something new. Others will hear it again, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, Three Areas, the world's first blockchain platform that enables individuals and businesses to thrive on Web3 by providing broadband internet connectivity. 3 billion people cannot access blockchain services because they are not connected to the internet. And we use proprietary technology to build broadband infrastructure where others have failed. We are trying to connect the unconnected. We are trying to bang the unbanked, and we are connecting people of Africa to internet. We are doing that with two technologies. One is K3 last mile solution, and other is 3Air Internet. Once this happens, people will get digital identity from us, where they can store everything. Of course, they can identify themselves with it. And we also create their digital bank account. We are giving them a wallet. The next step is providing financial services. We have fiat onboarding and offboarding ramp and peer-to-peer crash crypto onboarding. We have DeFi, and we are working on microloans and yield farming. Our outside partners will provide additional digital revenue streams. And in the meantime, all this time, we are educating people, and that is the real empowerment. And once we put people through all those steps, they're connected, they're banked, and they're empowered. And this is what we're doing. This is what 3Air is doing. We will be talking about it also today. And so I would like first to invite Sandi Bitenc, CEO of 3Air, to be with us. Sandi, hello and welcome.
Hello, Anita. Hi, 3R fam.
Hey, and Ruba Aramani, our head of marketing, is also with us. Hey, Ruba.
Hi, everyone. Nice to be here.
It is nice to have you here, both of you. I see you're doing fine, smiling, having a good day.
Always.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the right answer.
Yeah.
Great. So we will be talking about 3Air today, a little bit what is going on, of course, around the marketing. And Sandi, we have some news, also some updates, as always. And of course, I would like to invite everyone who's with us today to ask questions, because we are here to answer them. So maybe for starters, Ruba, you are in Amsterdam. Where are you?
In Belgium.
Or in Belgium, yeah.
Yes.
You're in Belgium. And Sandi, where are you this time?
I'm in Dubai. I am back home.
Oh, it's home sweet home, right?
No, I don't know where home is right now, to be honest. But no, I feel at home in Dubai. So yeah, this is it. But I haven't been here really since May, June.
Oh, so what's new there?
Yeah, it's funny. There's a lot of new here. It's if you go away for 3-4 months, you'll probably find a new building here or something like that. So,
yeah, I can believe that.
You're driving the same road and you're like, that wasn't there before, and there's something new there. It's really it's amazing.
Well, I can assure you this is not happening in Slovenia. Because when they're building something, then I come after 5 years and I'm saying, oh, they're still building it.
No, I saw a lot of new constructions going on. So the roads are all dug up, and that was quite new when I was in Slovenia.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know. I will look for them. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, a lot is happening also here with us, but not so quick. I have to admit that. Ruba,
Yeah,
how are things?
they're hard to really get finished.
Yeah, really. So, Ruba, how is everything with you? Really the same as in Slovenia or in Dubai?
I would say I'm actually surprised that you're saying Slovenia has so many construction sites, because I feel like in Belgium the roads, they are just constantly under construction no matter where you go. But it's not like they get done fast in Dubai. It's something new everywhere. Here it's just constantly at the same places, and it just never gets done. So yeah.
Yeah, I can
But
imagine that.
yeah,
That's true.
everything's fine. Yeah.
When I was in Slovenia, I went for a conference on Bled, and it's maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours drive. I was driving back, I think, almost 5 hours. It's
Crazy.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
well,
have been doing a lot of traveling, Sandi.
I did, and I still and there's still a lot. Yeah, a lot of plane tickets booked already.
do you have some discounts now? Because you must have like some coupons or something, or you know, a card. You are a special guest, I think, on those planes.
I'm still not such a frequent flyer, because I think that the real frequent flyers, they fly every week. But I'm kind of progressing slowly. I'm mostly flying with Emirates now, if I can, but it's also, Emirates not flying everywhere. So when I went to Africa, and then inside Africa, then you have another agency, and in Europe I was flying with Swiss Air. So then, yeah, if you don't really fly with one, you don't get all the benefits. But I did get one rank up, so that's nice. Still didn't get any free upgrades though.
Okay, it will happen. Sandy, we will not start with the market update today. Let's start with something else. We have some news. There's a new article out about DID, digital identities, and we should be talking about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mentioned that one, I think, last week, and I was writing it on the plane. I thought it will be a short article just to explain a bit, and then I was just, at it, and then it in the end it was like 5 pages or something like that, I think. So we split it up into 4 parts. So the first part is out, and it will I think it will go deep enough to understand what the digital identities are all about, and explain a bit the terminology, because a digital identity can mean a lot of stuff. The digital identity can already, or not can be, it is already a certificate that you get, that you can use to maybe log into some governmental websites and so on. So most the digital identities right now were represented as some certificates that you could use to log in somewhere. And I think every one of us kind of was already using that in a form. But then we can say also, we can take it further. So a digital entity can also be a decentralized identity, and then we have the DID standard that stands for a decentralized identifier, and then on top of that is build a whole system that allows the user to actually not only identify themselves with a like with an ID, but also to store some data that's verifiable and presentable to others in a manner that you can control. So in a sense, there's also the term sovereign identity. That's, I think, the most appropriate to actually use on what a identity should be. So you should be in charge of it, and you should allow people either to access it or present it, and be able to select what you actually want to present to them. Because I think we spoke about that already a few times. There is no sense of giving all your information out for something that is as trivial as proving that you're of age because you want to buy, I don't know, whatever you can buy only if you're 18 years or older or something like that, or if you're going to go to a nightclub or anything like that. There is, nobody needs to know even your name. Why should they know your name? So this is what sovereign identities actually allow us. And I think there is a huge, huge future for sovereign identities, but they need to be done right. And this is what I'm going into in those articles, exactly how they should be done and why and how they should not be done. Because there is a strong push right now from the governments. They want to do digital identities, absolutely, but they want to control them. And digital entities can be all about freedom, and they can be nothing about freedom. They can be all about control, and I think we should be wary about that, and we should take care that how the digital identities will be implemented should serve us as users, as citizens, and not the governments to control us.
Yeah, I do like the subtitle. Are they necessary evil or really useful? Yeah, smart. Sandi, we have a question from Ibra. Let's give him opportunity to ask. What's the update? What we can expect in coming week?
We're going to do a 10x, and you're going to get in at a certain price point, which we'll announce right now. And yeah, no.
Go, Ruba. Go.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel like
she exploded, like
people are expecting this like plan, but yeah.
Well, the plan is to grow. The plan is to develop and implement what we set out to do. There are some plans that are starting to grow bigger than our initial idea was. So we're pulling some funds together for that, and bringing over potentially some good new people, a really good team. So if we can get a funding for that part, I think we might go a bit at another level that we started off. So not be only present in Africa, but actually going global. So that's kind of the thing that is on the strategic part, right? And of course, when we're talking strategic things, they do take some times. And about the current developments, there is a lot going on. The thing is, it's really, really hard to say this is coming and this is coming, and then maybe it gets pushed for a week or something like that. So I will not say what's coming. I know that some really cool stuff is coming, and what I'm looking forward is a really good partnership, potentially, hopefully next week. I think it could be done, but I'm not saying it just because I can't say it. But hopefully next week we'll see a probably one of the coolest partnerships there were in the crypto space.
Always a mystery, Sandi. Always a mystery, and then just
I would like to say it, but I can't. I'm not allowed to. And when then these questions come, it's hard to stay quiet, but it needs to happen. And then when it happens, it will be good.
The last thing we want you on AMA is to be quiet. Okay, Ruba, I just need to know something. Why are you in such a good mood today? You really are.
I am.
You're like
I don't know.
all the time. We are all in a good mood all the time, but I just feel this energy,
Oh, thank you. It's because I'm sitting here with you and the amazing community.
Yeah, this is the right answer, Ruba. Ruba, what is happening at the marketing field?
So on the marketing view, it's probably things that you already saw happening. So we launched a new way of announcing our weekly updates. So instead of just having them on social, you also have them in a weekly blog post now, where you can see marketing and community updates and product updates, like development side. And I think we can also still improve this with maybe some information about the token trading volumes and things. But first, we need to make sure that everything that we see on the different platforms is actually correct. And then we can also include those types of data in those articles. And then we have in the interesting series about digital identities that is going to be released from Sandi, where being mentioned on other outlets as well. So organic mentions in different articles, which is nice because it means we're getting picked up on different media. And I also saw that there were requests in the community for shareable content, so that the community members could share certain things. So we're also working on that. It cannot be our own internal communication templates, because then we cannot endorse everything that everybody posts. So we have to see how we can make that happen.
Okay, you were mentioning community. We do have a great community, and not
Yes.
only do we have a great community, but people are actually noticing that, and they're writing about it all the time. What a great community and things like that. And it really is a special feeling when I'm reading this, and I'm sure also for both of you.
Yeah, it's really great, and it's also nice to see that so many people are wondering, when is it, what is happening, what's the next steps and things, because they're really, they want to. At the same time, it adds some pressure, because as the team, you also want things to go faster, better, and more, bigger, more in shorter periods of time. But I think that everybody's there for the long game. So what's also really interesting to know as another update, we connected another school last week. We haven't published it yet because we're waiting for all the details, but we can already say that we connected another school last week. And you're gonna get more details about that, and also pictures and videos.
Great.
Yeah, that was actually a school. It's an orphanage school in the rural areas of Sierra Leone. They never had internet, and right now we're also looking into solutions to provide them with some hardware. So if any one of you has a spare laptop, an old one that you don't need anymore, I'm pretty sure it needs to be working, right? Then it would be really awesome if you can send it to our offices in Sierra Leone, and we'll gladly post it and get it to the school. They are in need of computers also. So now they have internet, they have some smartphones, they're still lacking computers, and there's 500 students children in that school. So if you want to help, that's also a way you can help.
Oh, that would be a great gesture from people. We all have some laptops at home that we're not using anymore, and it would really be great. Richard,
We'll give you an NFT, one of our NFTs.
Oh.
If you send a laptop to a school, we'll give you an NFT.
oh, nice. Sandi, Richard is asking any updates from the work on the ground in Sierra Leone, Ethiopia, pictures or videos, because he's always suggesting that we should do some filming and some videos.
Yeah, we didn't post any videos recently from Sierra Leone, but I think I can get some current ones, because the team is actually in Sierra Leone right now. So what we did post is quite a lot of pictures and videos from the schools that we connected in Sierra Leone. So in Sierra Leone, what's really new there is actually that we're working on school connectivities. Everything else is more or less going the normal routes. Normal operations are resuming there, and Ethiopia, there is a development, but not on-ground development. We've been working, our advisors there. So we are working on some MOUs there and so on. So let's see. This is also some of the updates that might be coming soon. That's all in the works. But the major things that's happening right now with new countries is actually DRC, so Congo. And I think pictures and videos from that side, let's see, hopefully in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, we'll be able to post some nice pictures from there.
Thanks, Sandi. Now, will you give us the market update?
Yeah, sure. So not really a lot happening these weeks. Just things are progressing in the same direction. I would say in the wrong direction. Although I think I mentioned last week that right now bad news is in a sense becoming good news, just because. We need the Fed to pivot for the markets to turn. So right now, I think we are right now almost a year in the fearful state. I think it started end of November, so it's 11 months, something like that. We are in a bear market, and you remember the fear and greed index, right? So I don't think that we've ever been so long in like really fear of the market, and the things are just not looking to get better, to be honest. So there is no end of the war. There is a lot of talks right now that potentially China might really invade Taiwan. So this is for sure not what we want for anyone, right? For sure not for Taiwan, and for sure also not for any of the markets, because that will drag us down a lot. So it's not that there cannot be that we could not fall further down. I do think that we are hitting the bottom in a sense, but if we get a black swan event, something like another war, we will for sure go lower than this. Then what's happening is I think I think that the Fed was actually sending some bailout to Credit Suisse, and I think it was a bit over $6 billion worth. The UK was literally announcing what they're doing, on the open market with buying back their bonds and so on. So that's something that's unheard of, because it just invites more speculators to it. And but the markets are really crazy. I don't remember any time in the past having such experiences as this. Central banks failing, big banks failing. I was talking with some friends from Ethiopia. Ethiopia right now has a ban on most of the imports, so they cannot import cars, they cannot import bicycles, they cannot even import the canned food. And it's just because they need the dollars to pay back the debt, the governmental debt, because majority of the world has their debt denominated in the dollar, and right now the dollar is skyrocketing. Every other currencies are just failing against the dollar, and the interest rates are getting higher. That this also means that you need to pay a higher rate on your governmental debt. So this means that the governments are getting more trouble to pay it. The national debt is rising because of that, and it won't take long that the governments actually start defaulting on their debt. So when we have so many countries failing and going bankrupt, This could lead to a lot of problems. And actually, the UN was posting a public tweet asking the Fed to stop raising interest rates because they're breaking the world countries, like the emerging economies are literally breaking apart because of that. And not only the emerging economies, also the economies that we know, right? We talked about the Central Bank of Australia going illiquid. Then UK had really, really big problems. Swiss, Germany, and Italy. I think Italy is in a really, really bad situation right now. So everything is falling apart. Hopefully, before things really fall apart, the Fed will start, or stop raising rates and pivot a bit. So then things can go a bit back to normal. But I don't think that will be a long-term solution, to be honest. I think this is just, yeah, it's postponing the inevitable. And I do think we are going into the Great Reset, as it's called. I don't know if it's getting pushed right now or not, but I'm pretty sure it's coming. It's just I don't see a way out of the current economic situation.
Well, I don't know
Well,
about you, but I don't like the world right now, I have to tell you. So.
if we're going into the Great Reset, then everything's going to plan.
Kind of. I think there is a strong push for the CBDCs. I don't see that happening right now because CBDCs are not ready yet. I think they're around 2 years out, and so we need to not break the whole economy before we can go to the CBDCs. So I do think the Fed will pivot and we'll get another leg up, some money printing again, bailing out, and so on. So, but after that, it might be a bit of a longer reset or something like that. But let's see how this goes. And I don't like the big reset idea, to be honest. There's too much strings being pulled from the governments and from the people in power. In the past, whenever we got some reset or something like that, a change of a system, we actually ended in a better system. I'm pretty sure that people at that point, at that stage, were actually thinking about the same, that it cannot go better, it's going to get worse. And I do think, if the Great Reset comes and you'll own nothing and be happy, I don't think this is a good premise, to be honest, to go with. But you never know, right?
Probably shouldn't say that. Gonna make the
Probably
big
not.
guys
We'll get
angry.
banned. We'll get banned.
Exactly.
The World Economic Forum is pushing it. It's funny, they're laying it out in front of us. We'll do this and this and this, and people just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think what helps in all of that is trying to look at what is constant, like holding on to your own constants, because there are things that we can anyway not change, that are in the hands of big powers, and we cannot change. I mean, most of us cannot change, the price outcomes and things like that. And then just focusing on what's constant and what we can affect and have an impact on in our day to day. Because otherwise, if you just read the news, it's like horrible right now. Like you can just freak out all day.
Yeah, that's true. But it's also the mentality that you cannot change anything, is then nobody actually tries. And if nobody tries, nothing will change. So, it starts with one person, and then with two person, and, then with a bigger community, and then the masses can move things around. But if an individual is not ready to do it, to make the change, then we're stuck. That's for sure. And it is hard. It is hard for sure. I think crypto might be the solution there. I think crypto might be the solution because it is, sovereign money. You are in control of it, and if enough people opt in, and I do see people jumping onto crypto, although it doesn't seem like it right now. But what happened in UK, when once they had really, really big problems, the inflows into Bitcoin went up. they went up actually. So I think that the economies, when they are failing, they're looking for new solutions. And I do think that when people look into Bitcoin and blockchain technology deep enough, I think they see the value there. And once they see the value, there's no going back. I think once you're in crypto one, there's no going back. And it is all about the masses. So if we get the critical mass of people, everyone will need to accept it in the end. So, and I think for sure there are some problems that come with it, and the majority of the problems is that nobody is regulating it. But that's also the beauty of it, because regulation in a sense, it's a good thing. It's a good thing if you can enforce something. It's just the problem that people tend to abuse power always. That's the big issue, right? But if we then have nobody in power, actually, then the problem is when people still tend to do some shady stuff and scam and steal and do criminal things, and the enforcement then is a problem. So it's always weighing what's the bigger evil? What's the bigger evil?
Mm. Yeah, I also agree. Like what you said about the more the current countries where the critical masses are with a lot of money to invest in crypto, the more those countries' economies will go bad, the more they will probably turn to crypto. Because if you look at the highest crypto adoption rates, it's in countries, it's many in Africa, and also in Asia, and it's in places where the trust in the general market and economy is already low. Trust in the government is low. The currencies are not very strong compared to the dollar. So it looks like those are the conditions that actually favor crypto adoption, because people just look for a way out of the current system and open themselves up to other options.
Yeah, but a very important thing here is educating people, because I'm just amazed sometimes how many people not only they're not aware or not active in crypto world, but they have no idea about it. So, like, what is that? And we are not trusting that. They're always, staying away from something that they're not familiar with. And if they get the education, if they know more about it, then I'm sure we can talk about masses. And like you said, something, Sandi, that this critical mass comes in, and we can do the change. So yeah, it's really interesting right now. A lot is happening. Also, if we look a little around us, it's happening, and we'll see what it brings.
We'll see. It's not easy times. It's not easy times, for sure not. So it does. We do feel. I think everyone feels a bit of pressure right now. Wherever you are, it's not being easy. Maybe the last 10 years were kind of easy after 2010 when things started picking up. I think those times were really, really nice up until now. But now the pressure is felt everywhere, actually.
Mhm. Yes. I just remembered something, and Yoga is writing in a comment, and I was thinking, oh my God, did we forget about this or what? Because look what he's saying. 4 days until the first year anniversary of Sandi's legendary whiteboard video that convinced me to invest in 3Air.
Wow, that's in 4 days already.
Is it? And of course, we're talking then again about our first AMA. Did
I
we
think
say it was the 27th of October? I'm not sure,
it
but
was
we are close, I think. We have to
26.
check
Let's
it.
check.
Yeah, so next
We
week
have
will be almost like an anniversary, I guess.
Anniversary?
Anniversary, yes.
anniversary. AMversary. Wow, this is special, yeah, really. And we said something that we will celebrate that in a way, and it will be a special AMA.
Yeah, we'll do that. Ruba will think something, right?
Oh yeah.
To
Ruba,
put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Ruba, we did good. We are here every Wednesday for the 1 year.
Crazy.
Exactly. So you'll be the first one missing, I guess, on the 2nd of November.
Remember, it looks that way, yeah, but you can never know.
You can never know.
Oh yeah, yes, I think next will be the anniversary saying yoga. Yeah, 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 maybe really, really. So we have to do that too. Is there something else we have to point out today?
Ruba has something. Yes.
I was thinking we could quickly touch on the new liquidity pool that we launched yesterday.
Okay.
Because we had some questions, and it's quite big news for the 3-year token holders as well.
Yeah. So the liquidity pool is so the farm is what's up new, right? The liquidity pool is actually already up and running on PancakeSwap since our launch on the 22nd of September. So on PancakeSwap, you have a liquidity pool where there's the trading pair between the 3-year token and BUSD. So if when you supply liquidity to that pool, you get back LP tokens. And these LP tokens allow you to earn a fee on all the trades that are happening in the PancakeSwap pool. But then you can also take those LP tokens and stake them in a farm, a liquidity farm. So when the farm is up and running on Tokens Farm, and you'll be able to earn some additional 3-year tokens. So you'll still be earning the fees on the PancakeSwap exchange, but in addition you'll be earning some additional 3-year tokens on the Tokens Farm platform. And I think right now the API is still really, really high. I think it's around 4,000% or something like that. So of course, with time, this will go down once more and more people provide the liquidity and stake it. So yeah, this is something, I think it's a really, really good opportunity to create some, additional 3-year tokens for yourself.
Okay. We have another question from Richard. How many wallets are approximately staking at this moment?
Oh, I don't have that info. But as there are only 200 and something wallets, I think holding the token right now, there must be at least 400, 500 wallets staking, I would say. I don't even know if we can get that info. Probably there is a way, but I'm not really 100% sure because there is no list of wallets that are staking. The list is actually hidden in a code that it's not accessible so easily. So you can always check against it if your wallet is inside, but you cannot get the list out. But I can ask the Rock if he's able to retrieve how many are there. But altogether, there should be right now, I guess, around 900 to 1,000 wallets actually holding 3-year tokens, either in the vesting contract, staking contract, or in the pool, in the PancakeSwap pool, or just holding the token.
Okay, here's another question. What's the progress in expanding the network on ground in Africa?
So the progress is that we are right now working on this in DRC. So DRC should be the next one that's getting the network expanded, and yeah, we'll get you updates from that once they happen. So from our side, the majority of things have been done, and we're right now waiting for some feedback and some documents so that we can actually start physically building up. So this is where we are right now, and we're waiting for all those papers for some time now. And you probably know how it is with governments, right? So once we get that, we'll also let you know that works on ground have started.
Okay, we have answered all the questions from our community. I have another question, Sandi. When will that time come when all the team will get together and celebrate or, get to know each other?
Um, Once the token is at $10, I guarantee. No, I don't know. I haven't been thinking about that right now. But you're right. We should do it. And I also think that once we do it, we should invite the most the you know the parts of our community, the people of our community that have stuck with us since the beginning, like Richard being on all of our AMAs. I think at one point Richard will be on more AMAs than I would be and you would be in the meeting. Because he's overtaking you the next week, I'm sure. Next week, not on the second. So yeah, I think we should also pick a few people from our community and invite them also with us.
That would be great.
No, that's a really nice idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when we can make that happen. I think it'll still need to wait a month or two or something like that, so that I finish my traveling, and then yeah, my traveling is finishing. At least for now, what I have in plan on Christmas. So it will need to wait till next year, but early next year we'll try to make it happen.
Okay. No worries. It's okay. So I think we said what we had to say in today's
Yeah,
AMA.
maybe what we can, because we have just a bit of time, is
Yes, we do.
yeah, I think what's important, and we need to really say probably on every AMA, just just be careful, stay away from scammers, just validate things like 5 times before you give anyone any information out. Really, we are seeing people getting scammed, people losing control of their wallets, and so on. We did need to help one of our early investors to actually his wallet got hacked, and then somebody was just claiming his tokens and selling them off. So we needed to help with that, and for us it's really really hard to do that, because we set things up really in a decentralized way. So we don't have a control over your tokens. They're all, even if they're in the vesting, they're under your wallet control. So if your wallet gets hacked, it's really really hard, and in some cases it's impossible for us to actually help you, just because we're not we're not holding hand over your tokens, because we did it the decentralized way. So as we think it should be done. This means that once we put it into the vesting contract, we cannot take it back. If we put it there, if it's bound to your wallet, it will always be bound to your wallet. So just remember that, and be careful. There's a lot of people that are impersonating me, that are impersonating Ruba, that are impersonating Samo. Everyone in our community that's posting as an admin has at least one impersonator out. So be careful. Go to our Telegram channel. There is a bot there where you can validate who is an actual admin, and be careful, because what the scammers actually do is they take our usernames, and then they maybe just have a small change that you wouldn't even notice if you didn't look carefully. And just remember, no one from us, from the admin side, will ever come to you and contact you directly. If you'll be contacting us, we'll probably be replying to you, but nobody will go and contact you directly. If somebody's contacting you directly, it's 99% it's a scammer, or let's assume 100% it's a scammer.
100%.
So, yeah, just assume it's a scammer, and then come and validate, and just ask directly in the group before you give any information out. Just even don't even talk about anything. Just don't even reply. First, come to the group, check, tell what's happening, and then we'll tell you if it's a legit or not a legit conversation. But just assume it's not coming from us. So and we cannot control that. It's impossible for us to control what other people do on Telegram or anywhere else. So yeah, really be careful, be skeptical, just don't trust anyone.
We had it to the extreme where they actually tried to scam us, that it was Sandi messaging us team members like asking for money and things like that, that he would need really urgently. It was very funny. Yeah, you have to be
Yeah,
careful.
unfortunately, it is funny, but it still works, and it's
Yeah, it
sad
works.
in that sense.
Mm.
So, and don't trust. We're not doing any airdrops. We're not doing any airdrops. There's no airdrops. We did a few Gleam campaigns before, but we never did any airdrops. So just if there says like 3 airdrops, it's not us. We're not doing any airdrops.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing because we have this comment. I'm sorry. Sandi needs more
Yeah.
star.
I could have believed that if that was the message. I also wanted to mention before we go that yesterday we had a really nice, interesting AMA space, Twitter space with Michael Mildenberger from Yieldster. And he is a very good speaker. If you listen to the AMA, I keep saying the AMA, the space, it was very interesting to talk to him. So they have set up Yieldster, which is like a yield management automation tool. And it's really well explained how he says that everybody should be using something like yield management, and it's like having a savings account that kind of works for you in the background all the time. So, but it's just for anybody who's interested. We had good attendance. We even had some like audience questions, and yeah, he has a very eloquent way of expressing himself and like lining up thoughts, which I thought would be worth listening to if you want to listen to something on your drive home or something.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of value there. It was a lot of talk about general investing and where the space is and
Yeah.
what's coming up. We shared a lot of thoughts there, so I do think it's a good value.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ruba. We have another question. Maybe we could answer this one. How many tokens are going to be released on 22nd October?
So there starts some releases, but they'll not be just on the 22nd, like some huge releases. They'll start out gradually. All our releases are coming out gradually, so there's not like on a specific date that there's a huge amount of tokens being released. It's building up, day by day, second by second, actually block by block, it's building up. So yeah, nothing really crazy.
Okay.
But there is not an exact number that I can give you because it's just going, starting to go up gradually. But there is a graph. If you log into app.3r.io, you'll be able to see the release graph, and you'll exactly see how many tokens are getting released.
Thank you, Sandi. We at the end we have to invite our people, of course, to be a part of our communities on Telegram, on Twitter, and on Discord, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to use the opportunity, of course, to ask questions every time we are live, to follow our Twitter spaces, to follow our AMAs, and of course, you will get notifications if you are a part of our communities, so that you will know what is going on.
Yeah, and really important, go to CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko and vote for us. It's really important.
Thanks. Yes, we have it here. It was another great AMA with Sandi, Bitenc, and Ruba Ramani. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for being with us. Thanks all of you for following us, and of course for asking questions, to be a part of this AMAs. And the next time, it is, I think, a year around when we are live with you next AMA, next Wednesday. So we will be there for sure. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.